Hello guys. In the first section, I need to make a Simon game with the help of Bootstrap and Vanilla JavaScript. After watching the video, what I have understood and how I will break down this problem into different steps. So I will elaborate those first. So I understood that the Simon game is the memory game where the user has to follow a sequence of flashing light. The game provides a sequence and the user has to repeat the sequence. The game progresses as the sequence grows and the user has to keep it up. And how I will break down this problem into different steps, I will elaborate those one. That first what I have done, I need to do game should display color button that lighting up in the sequence. The user must repeat that sequence by clicking on the colors. If the user clicked the correct button in the right order, the games add to the another sequence. If the user clicked the wrong button, the game ends. So that I have encountered. For that, what I have written, I will elaborate that into the code. So in this, I will in the CSS file. So first of all, I will go with the HTML. So what I've written here, I written a Simon game with the heading. After that, I write one paragraph that will be a start to play, press start to play. So this will be changing throughout the when the levels are increased. So this will be dynamic. Firstly, it will be static. After this will be the dynamic. So how I will handle, I will check that, I will go through that will also into the JavaScript code. So here four buttons are listed. After clicking on these buttons randomly, if I clicked on any of the button, that what happened, that will be listing into the JavaScript code. So here what I have done, firstly I initialize the state. After that, I have written the colors, and that will be mapped into the color button constant. And after that, with the help of 4 inch, I will trigger that event listeners with the help of click is triggered. So here two if is listed. First if is listed with that. If the game is over, I need to restart the game. I will elaborate this at the end. So first I will start with this one, that if I clicked on any of the button, then what happened at that time. So if the game sequence length is equals to 0 and game is not over, then I need to call this function for clicking that uh, particular any of the color. So start Simon game with with this index. So what happened here? Here I will decide that what level it is, and after that I will check that I will trigger the next Simon game round, and the index is passed to that particular function. So if the index is coming, what happened, the level is increased, increment is coming, level is increased. The game status text is encountered. First it will be press to start game. After that it will be level 1 or the level 2 or whatever it is. The level dynamic levels are listed here. With the help of this line, I will randomly select any of the color, and after that, that will be pushed into the game sequence. If I will if the first click index is not undefined, then I will trigger that color, and I will override that to start with that clicking color. Okay. After that, the playing game is started. I will need to generate the sequence. So the function is to play the generated sequence. So what happened here, I will initialize one I will with the help of set interval, I will trigger that into 5 seconds milliseconds. I will initialize increment that particular I, and here I will check that if I is equals to game sequence dot length, then what I have to done, I have to set that is player turn true and the clear interval, that particular interval. Okay. So in there, if I talk about, I need when I started the set interval function, I called one play Simon game color. So in this, I just need to flash that particular color, that whatever the next random color, that will be flashed out. For that, there is the active class is added and removed. So with the 3 milliseconds, so this will be encountered here. After that after that, this will be the whole process related to this is I already elaborated. Now I elaborate this one, that what happened here. So is if the player turn is there, then I will push that index color into that player sequence and play Simon game color that will be triggered. Okay, that particular thing is triggered with the help of color that will be active, that will be whatever it is, active remove. So that will be indicated here. And after that, I will check the sequence with the length -1. So if suppose there is a length is 1, that will be 0. If length is 2, then that will be 1. So this will be encountered here. How this will work? So here the index is coming. I need to check that same index into the player sequence. I need to check that into the game sequence. If both length has equal, then what I have done, I have added a set timeout function in which I called a next Simon game round with the 5 milliseconds. If that is not encountered, the user never press the same sequence that the game triggered. So at that time the game is over. So for game is over, I just updated the content of that particular text area, and after that is Simon game true will be set. So here I and the starting I will ask that I will elaborate it end to end. Now what happened? If is same is the game is over here trigger, then I need to reset the game. So reset the game, what I have done, I have to done that game sequence player sequence level is timer game to false, that particular content I need to change, and after that I need to trigger the next Simon game round. So again the sequence is generated, all the things are working efficiently. Okay. In this, I have just giving some CSS to the button, some CSS to the active class. What happened at active? What happened at if the remove is coming? I handle the background of that particular thing. I added the max width. So here all these are listed. And after that, I will play that what I have done. So here, press start to the game is listed. So that will be dynamic when the levels are increased. So when I clicked on this one, the level 1 is coming again. Then after this, two things are coming. So first trigger this one, second trigger this one, third trigger this one. So first trigger this one, second trigger this one, third trigger this one, fourth trigger this one. So first trigger this one, second trigger this one, third trigger this one, fourth trigger this one, and fifth trigger this one. So first trigger this one, second trigger this one, third trigger this one, fourth trigger this one, fifth trigger this one, seventh trigger this one. So first trigger this one, second trigger this one, third trigger this one, fourth trigger this one, fifth trigger this one, sixth trigger this one, and seventh trigger this one. So first trigger this one, second trigger this one, third trigger this one, fourth trigger this one, fifth trigger this one, sixth trigger this one, seventh trigger this one, and eighth trigger this one. So this is the all our functionality. So thank you so much.